organs, and that's gonna hit the charcoal, and we're gonna get a second breakfast. Take a look right here. This guy makes quick work of these frozen kidneys. It actually is a lot easier to cut a kidney when it's kind of semi-frozen like this.
Welcome, brother.
Thank you. Very nice guy. Great hospitality. Here's what I love about his shop. He has seating here for about 3 people, but then inside there's seating for maybe 6 more. Not a lot of people at one time. You gotta turn tables, turn them and burn them, get people fed and get them out, right?
Welcome, brother. See.
Thank you.
Once the heart and kidneys are chopped up, they're skewered, then grilled over hot charcoal. Chef Alarbi has 44 years of experience on the grill. In this time, literally millions have passed in front of his shop, taking in the aroma of cooked meats. After the skewers leave the heat, he sprinkles the lot with his personal spice mix. And finally, my carnivore diet is ready to begin.
Folks, we have our second breakfast right here, and I've got Alarbi looking over me like a guardian angel. The vibe of the Medina is wild. We are in just this narrow alleyway here. Actually, if you look just across, this guy is selling bread on a short table. This woman right here, she has a couple of breads that she's selling, including these little pancakes. A pancake known as fougere. The pronunciation's kind of tough with some of these Arabic words. We're gonna start with my favorite animal organ, and that is the heart. I don't care if it's a chicken or a cow, this is an animal organ I absolutely adore. I'm gonna use this as little bread gloves. Rip off a piece, use that to grip it and rip it. It's cooled down a little bit, but it's a nice texture and it's a very nice flavor. The 2 most distinct flavors are chili powder, because it's a little bit spicy, and cumin. Here's what cumin is. Get your taco seasoning, that Ortega pouch, rip it open, and that really present smell in there, that's cumin. It's a very solid piece of meat. It's fatty and there's a lot of flavor. Actually, it does make sense to pair this one with a little bit of bread just to cut down the richness a bit. I like it. Moving on to meat, our next meat right here, the kidney. And if I'm honest, kidneys are not my favorite. When I think kidneys, I think of that time I was with the Datoga tribe in Tanzania, and they made me eat it raw. Grab it with some bread gloves, peel it off, and let's throw back some kidney. Oh yeah, it's good. A strong flavor of cumin. Usually the organs, they can be gamey, there can be a lot of minerality, but they're pretty neutral actually. I'm a big cumin fan. If you are not a fan of cumin, you will not like this, but you also won't like a lot of other Moroccan dishes, because cumin plays a heavy part in seasoning food here. Wagon guy, Cartman.
Now back to the camel head. With its hair removed, I bring it to a reluctant butcher who, for only 20 bucks, attempts to scrape off any remaining hair scraps before absolutely pulverizing the cranium into unrecognizable head chunks. In the meantime, I'm heading up the street and down an alley to try a delicacy from the Sahara Desert that few locals have even heard of.
We have come to our next destination. This is my guy, Adil. How you doing? Pound it. Boom. If you walk up to this cart and look at the sign, it will say steamed meats, but that only tells part of the story. The rest remains in here. In here you will see some very unique cuts of the cow. Now, you might have thought the heart or the kidney was unusual, but wait till you see what we've got in here, starting with this. This is a pretty easily identifiable piece of meat. Look at how soft and steamy that thing is. This is a cow tongue. Glorious. But the tongue is just the warm-up. This is what I'm really excited for. That right there is the cow's udder. These are the mammary glands of the cow. So that is gonna be part of our next meal. Also their soup. Let's go.
When an order comes in, he chops the tender meat into bite-sized pieces and plates them up. The meat gets a sprinkle of cumin, salt, and chili powder for a bold kick of flavor. And to keep up with tradition, the organs are served alongside a soup made of legumes and tomatoes, some sweets on the side, and that old familiar bread.
Right here we have our adventurous lunch before me. First, soup. This looks delicious. It looks thick, hearty. Okay. Heartwarming, especially on a cool day like this in Morocco. I'm gonna work my way up to the cow udder. But first we have the cow tongue, and then right here, the cow cheek. The cheek is one of the most prized parts of the cow. As with many of the foods here, you gotta get some bread gloves, grab a big load of meat, and push it on with your thumb. That is delicious and heavy. If this got steamed a little bit longer, it would be too long. This is almost becoming a paste. It is so soft. It's almost breaking down into nothing. And then we have this right here. This is the tongue of the cow. Here we got bigger, broader, more distinct chunks. This really looks delicious. Now, what's interesting about this place is you can either get the meat cut up on a plate like this, or you can have them jam it into a sandwich for you, but I've gone with the meat on the plate option. That's delicious. Oh, the texture is awesome. And then there's just one meat remaining. Take a look at that. This is the cow udder. It is a strange interconnected maze of tissues meant to create and distribute milk out the nipples. I'm gonna try to rip it in half just to show you how soft and tender it's gotten. Now compare that to the texture of the udder that we ate in Thailand, which was kind of tough and stretchy. This is gonna be a completely different experience, so let's go for it. What? A little bit spongy, but it's been steamed so long, the tissues are really just almost falling apart. Wow. And there's a crap load of salt on there too. It's broken down, it's soft, but the texture is unlike anything I've had before. As you break it open, it just looks slightly bizarre. But as you eat it, it's very soft and it's fairly indistinguishable from the cow cheek, for example. When I ate this in Thailand, it was kind of milky. It had a dairy aftertaste to it, but here, there's none of that. Well, it really just tastes like salt and cumin, because that's what they put on here. I like it. This is something new. This is also gonna be our final taste of cow, because now we're graduating up to the camel.
The camel head, now broken down, heads to its final stop, Najat's restaurant. First, she seals her traditional steamer with flour paste to direct the heat to the top. The head goes in one terrifying piece at a time. After adding salt, Najat places the lid on top. Once fully braised, she plates up the camel head and serves it along with salt, cumin, and paprika. At last, our ultimate bizarre Moroccan dinner can begin.
Najat, you've outdone yourself. Moments ago, I was holding the whole head of a camel in my hands, and now I'm kind of blown away by what I'm seeing here. It's like a big pile of bones and skin and meat. What a glow up. But we're not gonna start with this. Instead, we're gonna start with this. The spleen.
And inside is a planet.
Whether it's your spleen or that of the camel, this organ is in charge of filtering and recycling blood.
It has a nice sheen on it, like it's just been rubbed down with baby oil.
Bueno, baby oil, I could make a joke, but I'm gonna keep it.
It turns out it can also be used as a sausage-like casing after being stuffed with ground camel meat, olives, and spices.
The next move is, if you allow me, to make a little sandwich for you with my hands.
Please. So you split the bread in half. Ooh, and then you attack it from an angle.
Yes, sir. I will remove the fat if you don't mind.
Will you make some for yourself too?
I will, chef. I call you chef, yeah?
More of a mid-tier YouTuber.
You are a human being who show the job that we do.
I've got my spleen, I've got my salad.
A little bit spicy if you like. And then you just